Suppose you have two vectors which add up to 3, negative 2, and the first vector is perpendicular to 1, 2, while the second vector is parallel to 1, 2. Find the two vectors. Okay, so let's write down the properties of being perpendicular. So we're going to write V1, V2 as A, B, and CD. So I'm going to say vector V1 equals to A, B, and the same way we're going to make V2 be C, D, and our goal is to find out what A, B, C, D are. Okay. First condition, V1 is perpendicular to 1, 2, then we know this AB and 1, 2 would have the dot product equals to 0, right? So we know that this vector and this vector here should have dot product equals to 0. And this just means we have 1 times A plus 2 times B equals to 0. So we know that A plus 2B equals to 0. So that's our first result. Now let's think about V2 is parallel to 1, 2. So we must have V2 to be some k times this 1, 2. Okay. So that means, well, I guess we don't need to really write C, D. I'll just write this. This is K times 2K. Okay. And let me just go back and add to this something. Since A plus 2B is 0, we know that A is equals to negative 2B. V1, since V1 is A, B, we can replace A, B as negative 2B, B. Okay, so that's good. So we have V1 as negative 2B, B, and V2 as K, 2K. Now what do we need? We need V1 plus V2 equals to 3, negative 2, right? So we are going to take this here, and then we want to say that this means that this vector right here and this vector right here should add up to 3, negative 2. Okay, great. And individually, since this means negative 2B plus K is the X component, now we can say we have negative 2B plus K equals to 3. And we also have b plus 2k equals to negative 2. So we're almost there. What I want to do is I want to rewrite this as 2b. If I double this b plus 2k equals to negative 2, I'm going to double this and write 2b plus 4k equals to negative 4. Right? If I double the b, it's 2b, double 2k, it's 4k, negative 2, it's negative 4. And then we want to add this. So we add these two. And if you add, the negatives will cancel, that the b's will cancel. So it'll be 0b, which is just 0. Then plus 5k equals to negative 1. So that means k must be negative 1/5. Okay, now in order to find b, we know that b is negative 2 minus 2k. That's from right here. So that's going to be negative 2 plus 2/5, which is a negative 10 over 5, negative 8 over 5. So there you have it. We're almost there. So what's the final answer? Since V1 is negative 2b comma b, but b is negative 8 over 5, this will be 16 over 5 and negative 8 over 5. Just maybe I should. All right. So, and then we have V2, which is k comma 2k, and because we know that k is negative 1/5, this will be negative 1/5 and negative 2/5. And that's it. That's the answer.